Gentlemen, destroy.
And thanks for watching and tuning in. Today's session, I want to get into a little bit of kickboxing, just to change it up a bit. Boxing is an awesome workout because it's fast, it's high-paced. Kickboxing, you'll notice no kickboxing or K1 fight is longer than 5 rounds, just because you won't be able to maintain that pace. I see some of those guys that do those knockout championships, like a 16-man, you fight 3 fights in one night and it's grueling. And then they don't even fight more than 3 rounds per fight. It's because when you're incorporating legs into your routine, it gasses you. Especially when you're trying to deliver and throw with power and authority. Right, so tonight I want to show you a couple of techniques that we can incorporate with your bag work. And remember, when you're doing, if you don't have a bag at home, try and grab some dumbbells that you can use, something that's weighted down. If you don't have that, try and makeshift something, like you get those weighted straps, wrist straps and ankle straps that are available at Discount and Game and stuff like that. If you've got something like that, make yourself something that can bear weight on your hands and on your feet. Alright. If you do have a bag, get your gloves on, grab your bag, and the first couple of the basic things that I want us to get through are some of the kicks that we're going to be throwing. Right, so starting off, the first kick I'm going to be doing is called the Maigeri. It's otherwise known as an entire, a teep or a push kick. Right, so when I'm kicking straight off, it is a push out with the kick, right? So I'm not just kicking up, but I'm kicking out. My leg coming from the back, I bring my knee up first and then extend my leg. Boom! Leaning back ever so slightly just to get a little bit of leverage and weight behind the kick. You're trying to kick with the ball of your foot, not with your heel, and push out, bring the leg back. Alright, with your front leg, that's going to pretty much act a lot like your jab. If you were boxing, your leading hand is what's getting range and creating space so that you can capitalize with the right hand. Exact same thing when you're kicking. You're just picking up the knee and then extending the leg. As you're leaning back to create a bit of space or throw your opponent off balance, and then you can come in, boom, with a power hand, or boom, with another kick to follow, or boom, down to the leg. I'm going to get to that kick in a minute. Alright, so on your bag, I want you to grab your bag. We're going to start off doing a couple of repetitions just to get used to the movement and to the technique. One more thing with the toes, guys. When you're standing squared up against your opponent or whatever direction it is that you're going to be throwing your blow, make sure that your toes of your leading foot, if you're throwing with your rear leg, are not dead forward. Because by doing that, you've got no positioning on the ground to open up your hips so that you can get distance with your kick. If you rotate your front foot out towards the outside when you're kicking, you're going to get a lot more reach and a lot better balance. Alright, so just something to keep in mind. Turn your toes out slightly when you're kicking so that you can get balance and reach. Right, nice powerful thrust, and that's how you want it to look. We're going to start off with the left leg. So left leg is just knee up, kick out, foot down. Remember, you want to kick out with the ball of your foot, and preferably where you're going to be aiming is either into the liver or into the chest. If you can get a nice little snap kick right through the guard, that lands nicely. Ask Anderson Silver. Right. So we're going to do repetitions. Start 1. And then 2. 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, sorry guys, I don't do all the repetitions because if I do, we're going to end up with a video that's about an hour and 10 minutes long instead of just 30 minutes. Right. Then 10 repetitions with the right leg. Down. Remember guys, just notice also that when you're kicking, your leg has to go back to where it started. So you're not kicking off and dropping your leg in front, but boom, and it goes back so that you're immediately back into position to attack and cover, all right? And that you're not off of balance or ending up with your strong side forward and feeling lopsided with your left at the back. Okay, now you've done 10 left, 10 right. Next kick we're going to focus on is the Mawashigiri, right? Mawashigiri is a round kick, right? Couple of pointers. Number one, kick with the bottom part of your shin. That's right over here, not with your foot, right? Number two, the foot that's on the ground, taking your balance and the weight of your body as you kick is probably the most important foot. What I said earlier about turning the toes out, if I am kicking in front of me here, I'd want my foot on the ground for my toes to basically be pointing towards that mirror. So by the time I come around and snap, I've got my hips open up, my leg in the right position, and I've got power to go all the way through. The only thing that stops you from going all the way through and doing a spin is the momentum being stopped by the target that you're hitting. So we're going to start off with the easiest, the right leg first. Right leg starts, and don't try and keep too high if you're starting out. Just nice and easy, nice and low, and get a nice proper warm-up. Remember the warm-up that we went through on the previous video? Get your toes up, do a nice little stretch routine, get nice and warm, prevent injury. Right, let's go. Remember, bottom part of the shin, and rotate the foot on the ground. Right, we're going to do 10 repetitions. Then we're going to go left leg. Left leg, we've got a trick or two. So from the leading leg, to kick off a run out from the leading leg, you're either going to be able to turn your body through from your leading foot directly forward, or to produce power or a bit more power in the kick, we're going to do a quick shuffle. A shuffle is pretty much just when I quickly change my feet around, my leading leg goes to the back so that I can get some weight and momentum behind it before I kick. Important technique, guys. For those of you who are practicing kickboxers, martial artists, you can use a couple of these techniques just to help polish up your game. Maybe I touched on something that you have not been shown before or did not notice, or just maybe have not done it yet because you're not at the level. But here's some free info, golden nuggets of years of experience, so grab what you can. Right, when you're putting power into that leading leg and you're shuffling out or following up with your rear hand, your rear leg, remember this, that when you kick, try to avoid throwing the hand down. A lot of people have that bad habit, especially in your beginner days as an amateur. What you ideally want to do is, from your hands up, throw your hand up in line with your eye, and just push it to the side there, and then bring it back with your kick. So from there, and then bring it back. The reason why we do that is, if he was going to try and counter punch me while I'm kicking, I'll be deflecting his hand away from the outside while I capitalize into the body. Alright, so it helps you strike defensively and not leave yourself open. Remember, fight smart so that you can keep yourself protected. Guard nice and tight, and rotate, snap, deliver power. Right, we do 10 left, 10 right. Once you get used to those, I'm going to start showing you how we're going to incorporate them into our bag routine. Now, it's just two very basic kicks. Nothing fancy, but I'm going to show you how you can use just a couple of straight punches and straight kicks, or the variants of straight punches and round kicks, or straight kicks and round punches, right, to put together some very powerful and some very effective combinations. Right, so remember, the formula for my bag work, or your approach to the bag work is this. always enter in with the jab. So we start our combination either by throwing a single, or by throwing a double, or by throwing 3 as we move up, or by throwing 1 up, 1 down, or by just throwing 1 down, right? And then we deliver the right or the follow up. Okay, so what we're going to do here, guys, nice and easy, very simple. 1, 2, push away with the leading leg. Right, once again, so 1, 2, push away, leading leg. 10 repetitions of that. Once you're done there, we're going to do 10 repetitions of 1, 2, leading leg, capitalize, right mawashi. Alright, show you again. 1, 2, leading leg, right. So the combination was 1, 2, lead, and right mawashi. Now what I want us to do is, next combination, you're going to go 1, 2, throw left hook, right mawashi towards the leg. Alright, remember 1, 2, when we're throwing our hook, you want to make sure that your weight has transferred from your front to your back leg, not trying to feed in for the hook where you're off balance. Alright, and when you're coming forward with your 1-2 punch, step slightly 45 degrees to the left so that you can open up your hip and get enough power generated from the hip for the hook, and then end off with your leg kick. Alright, so now that you've explained that, let's go example 1. Alright, and again. Alright, so nice and snappy, put it together. 1, 2, hook, right mawashi towards the leg. Alright, as I'm explaining this, you guys are obviously not going to be taking so long in between my explanations. You're going to start right off from scratch. 10 straight mawashi, 10 straight maigeri, 10 straight right maigeri, then mawashi, 10 left, 10 right. Then start with the combinations as we've been going through them without the pauses in between them. Alright, you're going to be doing the combinations one directly after the other. And I want you guys to do repetitions of 20. Alright, so that you can really get a good feel for it, let your body start learning the movements, and see how fun it is to incorporate it into your already existing knowledge that you have with the boxing. Alright, remember in the previous video that I did with some of the bag work, we did some defensive maneuvers. It was the slips, catches, and weaving, all defensive maneuvers, just incorporating head movement, right? So what we're going to do now is add that into our bag work once again. Remember the formula for the bag is come in with the jab, throw your power, whatever it is, your combination, nothing more than 3 or 4 shots, and then move, reset, and begin again. Right, so we follow that formula. For the combination coming up, we're going straight with the right hook, left body, right leg finish. So we're going jab, jab, straight, right, body, and then finish. Alright, put it together, nice and quick. Alright, 20 repetitions. Then we're going to move on with our bag work. I want us to continue developing the jab. So once you've incorporated some of those into your bag routine now, we're going to start incorporating a lot of the jab with the front left teep, right, to create space. So I want us to go double jab, left teep, and then straight right. So it's right, again. Okay, we're going to do 1, 1, 2, weave out, straight, and then left leg. So we're going 1, 1, 2, weave, straight, and then left, mawashi. We go 1, 1, 2, weave. Okay, generate some power in it. maybe the shuffle before the kick for power. The other defensive maneuver we worked on was the pull back. So we're going to go 1, 1, 2, pull back, right hand, left body, right leg. I'll go through that again. 1, 1, 2, pull back, right, left, and right motion towards the leg. Right, nice. 20 repetitions of each. See guys, now we start incorporating everything that we've been doing and throwing it together now so that it starts making sense. Alright, I touched on 45-degree angles briefly in one of the videos. Remember, when we step in 45 forward, it is usually because we're slipping out the way to counter at the same time. So what we're going to do here, we're going to go for our next combination. 1, 1, 2. We're going to throw the left teep. Then we're going to step 45 to the right, into the body, roll, and then hook. So we go 1, 1, 2, teep. We step out, we roll. Right. Let's go. Pa, 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 pa. Keep it together. So we're keeping our weave, our roll, come up, and hook. Repeat 20 repetitions till you guys get nice and used to it. Alright, once you work through those combinations, you should have more or less have seen that there's a bit of a pattern that develops with your punching and your kicking. That if you punch last with your right, it's usually the momentum of your body to switch from one side to another for the rotation is that you're usually going to end off with your left kick. 1, if you punch last with your right. If you punch last with your left, 1, you're going to end off with your right leg. It's not a must, it's just a technique to help you with your combinations and putting them together. Right, once you work through those combinations, and I hope that the theory is making a bit more sense to you by now, we're going to focus on getting our bag work done. That's where we put in the work. Apart from just doing rounds on the bag, where I'd say doing heavy bag work, so many minute rounds, I want us to start off by doing repetitions from each one of the shots first. If you want, this will help polish up your technique a great deal because your body starts getting used to the movement. Then when you're doing your combinations and putting your combinations together, it becomes more of a reflex than a very thought out process. Alright, so we're going to start repetitions and bag work. There we go. We do double jab. We're starting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, remember, not doing all the repetitions. We're going to do 20 repetitions of each, and then once you've done everything, you guys are able to rest for a minute before repeating it again. Alright, next one is the 1, 2. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. Next one we're going to do is 1, 2, left to the body. Right, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Alright, remember, rotation, rotation. That's where the speed and the power comes from. Next one we're going to do, right mawashi towards the leg. Only right mawashi. Let's go. 1, 2. Try and pump a power shot up, guys. Technique. Next one we're going to do is the left hook. So you stand, dummy with the right shoulder, and then hook with the hand. Right, nice and snappy hook. Remember to rotate your front foot and keep the weight on your back leg. Right, next one, the straight right. Stand with your guard up, nice compact, relaxed. Throw out your right hand, one. Making sure to rotate that foot on the ball of your foot. Make sure your chin's tucked into your shoulder. Opposite hand, your guard is up, nice tight against your body. So you're fighting and striking defensively. So we start there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so repeat 20. Right, and we're going to move body, body. Nice rotations. So there. Again. Right. Remember to bring your hands from your guard and not from out here when you're swinging wide arm. But nice and tucked. Right. One hand out, one hand in. Up. One hand out, one hand in. Right. Your singles. Power combination. Straight right. Left hook. Let's go. And 1, 2, 3. All right, 20 repetitions. Power combination. 1, 2, hook straight. Bring the right hand back. And straight, hook, straight. There's a challenge. See if you are able to pull off 50 repetitions. Yes, that's right. 50 repetitions of the power speed combination, and trust me, it does test you. Put it together myself. 1, 2, hook straight, pull back, straight, hook straight. Okay, let's go. Again. Alright. As fast and as hard as you can, good technique, proper rotations, 50 repetitions. Once you've done all your repetitions, your body should be nice and used to the rotations, incorporating a kick. We're going to get to bag work. If you do not have a bag, use your dumbbells. We're going to go for 4 rounds, 3 minutes long, 30 seconds rest in between. Remember, pace yourself to work around your back, use your combinations. And work up, down, body, head, body, head, body, head. So that you're not just head hunting and missing out on the biggest part of the body to attack. Alright, once you've done your bag rounds, guys, we're going to get into our stomach. And once you're done with your stomach, it's until tomorrow. Hope you guys are doing well, staying safe through this lockdown. And please, once again, give me some feedback. I'm dying to hear from you guys. Cheers, keep well.
Gentlemen, destroy.